I need to get face mask. Don't go like
Don't go like
you see the strength like
they try.
yeah.
No, to make sense.
Power bank dey now. This power bank, I dey fully charged. I don't fit charge am full. Never dey charge it.
That's the no one wants. Ground ice.
Check the strength.
Fine, sir.
mo ṣe láàárọ̀ mo ti ń bèrè pé ṣé ayé lè àwọn sọ látàrọ pé ṣé ayé lè. ẹjọ́ sún fún ọmọ mọ́ra.
Good morning, grandmas and grandpas. Good morning, able retirees. All retired but not tired. Please give yourself a big round of applause. The Lord has done it. Yes or no? Today is the day. And it's a glorious day. And we should rejoice and be glad in it. Oyi biri biri oyi kwami o. We can dance. Oyi biri biri oyi kwami o. Oyi biri biri oyi kwami o. Olúwa yìí kan bí o. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. You are not dancing. Ewa wo. Ewa wo. Ewa wo. Ewa wo. Ewa wo t'Olùgbàlà ṣe. Ewa wo t'Olùgbàlà ṣe. After all said and done, we are all here on our feet to collect our God. Let's give the Lord a big round of applause. Thank you, Lord. Please, I want somebody that is spirit-filled to come and lead us in the opening prayer. Mommy, you were clamoring for opening prayer, man. Please, can you do us the honor? You can stay here. You can stay here, man. You can stay here. I can see you are very agile.
Father, in Jesus' name. Father, in Jesus' name. In the name of Jesus. Father, we thank you for today, for making us worthy to see today. Be thou exalted in the name of Jesus. Father, we surrender today unto your hand. As you have come, let us go back home in peace in Jesus' name. All what we have come here to do, Lord, we want you to direct our affairs. Come and direct us in the name of Jesus. As we are going to receive our point today, Father, we nullify every certain death in the life of each and every one of us in the name of Jesus. We are the one that will spend this month in the name of Jesus. Next of me, we never collect this month before us in the name of Jesus. It shall be well with every one of us in the name of Jesus. We need God to see, to witness the rest of our life with strong hand in the name of Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mommy. Yes. This is the day, and I hope we have all been enjoying our retirement. When you are retired, it's not the end of your life. It's the beginning of new things in your life. And you should make use of it. You have served the state meritoriously for 35 years, some 60 years of age. And I believe retirement is the time to enjoy yourself and do all you've been meaning to do with life. And I believe we are all making use of it. Being retired is not to go and stay at home and be doing old man and woman. We are not old. Life begins at 60. Give yourself a big round of applause. You look for yourself your brothers and sisters keeper. Try and engage in activities, church activities, social activities, friendly activities that will make your life happier and more fulfilled. Make sure you see your doctors regularly for your checkup. Don't take anything for granted. Lágbára Ọlọ́run wà ní fàìsàn ìgbà. Yes. Today's program is the presentation of born 92nd born presentation ceremony. The Lagos State government has been doing this monthly since the inception of this administration. Please give the governor of the state a And as I always say, retirees are king in Lagos State. You are key. You are so very important to us. It doesn't mean you are retired and we won't take care of you. It is our duty to do so. Because you have spent your youth for this state, and the governor is doing all in its power to make sure this comes to realization. Anyway, without wasting much of our time, I would like to invite Mr. Oluwaseyi Okunola. He's going to take us through the rudiments of how to assess your bond. He's going to explain nitty-gritty how you can assess your bond, the different options available to you, the different options you can pick from, and you should pick the option that are okay. Don't say because Mrs. Adebisi picked an option, then you do the same. You have different family backgrounds. You have different ways of life. So you should do something that will merit your life and that will make it a successful retirement for you. Seyi Okunola, please. Please give him a big round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. Daddies and mommies, good morning. You know, they're ready now. Daddies and mommies, good morning. Mo gbé èmi àjẹ ọjọ́ tẹ́gbà fún ọmọ ẹ̀rí ṣe é wú bọ́t. Later I shall tell you. Daddies and mommies, good morning, sir. But the thing is, permit me, there's this saying wípé ẹkún bá fẹ́ dalẹ̀ ayọ̀ ń bọ̀ lówùúrọ̀. No matter how long you waited for, this is your day of joy. Am I correct? Yeah, so let us see the joy in you now. Daddies and mommies, good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so today we won't waste our time. We're going straight to the deal of the day. And let me start by saying congratulations to all of us. So, so please, go back there, right? Fún àwọn mo ti láwọn dádì yẹn àti fọ́ọ̀mù yìí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń sọ pé ọdún méjì ọdún mẹ́ta ó ti pẹ́ ẹ fi yẹn sẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́ for now. Ẹ bá fi yẹn sọ́kàn àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ kẹ́ mú things you are supposed to gain from this seminar you may miss out. So please have a clean heart, have a pure mind, so you can pick one or two things from. All right, sorry for that. Please, this is very important information. Please, studies are not but please let us obey. if you belong to IBTC and you are seated in the hall right now, please kindly excuse us. IBTC is 12 o'clock, not 10 o'clock. So please enjoy. I want to hear more about the first session. One please enjoy. Please enjoy. Move extension, please enjoy. Emma Binu, enjoy. Enjoy. Emma Binu, enjoy. We are so sorry, please. We are so sorry.
Yes.
Ẹni mo sì ìjọba rẹ jẹ́ kí n wà.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma. IBTC. Retirees or IBTC. Bàtà pè yín, a sọ fún yín pé 12 o'clock, a sọ fún yín. If IBTC called you or sent a text to you for 10 o'clock, we are not IBTC. We called you and we told you it's 12 o'clock. So there is room at the other end. You can please stay there. If there are no more space, you can move upstairs to the 3rd floor because we will not give you your bond until it is your session. All right, thank you very much, Sheikha.
So please, I'm begging you, if IBTC is not giving the bond until the session, so some people who are supposed to be in the first session can come in and stay. Please.
Emma Binu, I hope the people outside, let them come in, please, so that we can attend to IBTC people. Please, Crusader. Okay, IBTC is 12. Okay, Crusader, please let them come in quickly. Are they still outside? While we're at it, I know. All other pension provider except IBTC, all other people can be here now. While at it, I would like to invite, because one is Akikoba ni bẹ̀rẹ̀, Akikoba ni nọ̀rọ̀, gbogbo arọ́ba fi, ẹ̀yà arọ́ba fi ìjọba lẹ̀ lákọ̀ọ́bà òwò, I want to invite His Royal Majesty, although he's a retiree too, but we should give honor to whom honor is due. I'd like to invite His Royal Majesty Oba Muftal Bàbá Wálé Oyèkán, Aláṣípa of Aṣípa, Ọ̀ṣun State. Ilẹ̀ ẹ̀ fọ́ ọba pé ọba aláṣẹ. Do we have beautiful ladies in the house that will need the kábíyèsí? You know kábíyèsí are used to beautiful women. Ilẹ̀ ẹ̀ fọ́ ọba pé ọba aláṣẹ ọba. Ọba tó jáde òkú, ọba ọba tó ẹ̀wù òye. Ilẹ̀ ń fọ́ ọba èdè lọ́la. I believe some of his mates are here that you all served together meritoriously. It's now an Ọba. Please, kábíyèsí sir, Dansaki, you are welcome to the program. Now,
Well, thank you very much. So I hope we're all settled now. So we can move, we can go ahead, guys. Now I know. Please, I can respond so that the speaker too can smile. If you don't smile, the speaker will not smile. So, like I said, I'm sure people was in that way. Please let me say this. For the sake of don't forget God. So we'll be mixing with Yoruba and English. So you manage my Yoruba and you also tolerate my English. So are we okay like that? Okay. So today we are here for the 92nd batch bond presentation. 92nd batch bond presentation. And please, without any tangible thing to gain. So bringing you here is for you to gain something that will help you in making decision after collecting the bond. So please, if you know you are sitting close to your best friend or if you're sharing back on what I can share, please, this is not the time to discuss because we need to listen so that you will know what exactly you should do. If you have your phone on, if you can't turn it off, please put it on silent so it won't distract us, please. You have 30 seconds to do that. Our telephone number on. So that So while you are doing that, like I said, you are here for bond presentation, bond, really. But there are some things you should know about the bond. There are some things you should know about the bond. That's what I'm here to tell you and explain to you. So the first thing, please, I want us to raise our heads up and see. This is a sample of the bond you are here to collect today. Can we all see it? Can we all see it? That's what I want. When I respond, can we all see it now? Down. So now, okay, please, this bond, I want to tell you what the features are. We have different types of bond. It has features. So let me start with the type of bonds that we have. The type of bonds that we have. Please and please, all I need is your attention. The leaflet they gave to you, everything is there. This one I'm saying is just an addition to whatever is written on that leaflet. So please, I want us to pay attention. No side talks. So don't start asking questions later after the presentation. So please, I said we have different types of bonds. And please, let us look up. Can you see this? Yes. Look at the back. Can you see something there too? Yes. Can you see something in front and the back? Yes. Okay, this called a two-faced bond. A two-faced bond. Bond you look because that's influencing when we start giving you the bonds. Some of us will see that our own has one face. Some of us, two faces. Some of us, one face with attachments. So that's why we're trying to explain. So I don't start saying, was I giving the wrong bond? So this one is two-faced bond. Now, who are those that will probably get this kind of bond? Who are those that will get this kind or type of bond? So, if you work under Superb, you started under Superb, teacher, messenger, cleaner, whatever your designation was, Superb and they was shared before 1990. Probably you started in the 80s. 81, 80. So, two phases, definitely. If you join service for 1990, your bond will have two phases. Why? I will explain. I said, irrespective of your designation, why in service, your bond will have two phases, as long as you join service before 1990. So, if you join in 1989, which is the closest to 1990, your bond will have two phases. Why? Now, you understand that from when you joined service in the 1980s till 31st of December 1990. Are we following? Are we following? Okay. From the day you joined service in the 80s till 31st of December 1990, it was the responsibility of Lagos State government to pay your pension. Okay? It was the responsibility of Lagos State government to pay your pension benefits. Now, effective from 1st January 1991, it became the responsibility of the local government to pay your pension. So that's why you see it divided here. Apportionment has been made on this bond. However, do not be afraid. Both the one for Lagos State and the one for local government, Laspec in my son, Wally, we did this for accountability purposes. So, but if you join service 1991, January 42, 1993, your bond will have just a single phase, even if you work and retire under Superb. Do we understand? Show you what they're Are we here? Okay, so I think I'm done with this. Okay, I'm done with this. So another type of bond we have is a single-phase bond. Look at this. There is something here, but the other side is blank. Can we all see it? It's blank. It's a single-phase bond. Who are those that will get this kind of bond today? If you work in the ministry, call Alausa Ministry. You started in the Ministry of Education, you ended in the Ministry of Finance. Everything, ministry. So your bond, because it is Lagos State government that will pay your pension. Federal government will son, it's Lagos State government, so Lagos State government will pay your pension. So that is why everything here is just Lagos. 35 years, 25 years, 15 years, it will be one phase. Lagos State government, Lomason. Now, if you also work in a local government, okay, 35 years, 30 years, that was when you started and that was when you ended. Local government alone, it also have just a single phase. If you work as a teacher under TEPO or TESCOM, principal, teacher, messenger, gardener, whatever the institution was, it will also have a single phase. Show you what they bear. Show you what they bear. Okay, so that's about that. Then the last one is a bond with attachment. Look at this. This is a bond, and you can see the white paper dangling, right? So this is a bond with attachment. The legal attachment. You will bond by. If you work in two states, Lagos State and another state, you transferred, right? You transferred. So Lagos State will not pay the pension of the state you came in from. Okay? Lagos State will not. Let me say you came in from Kaduna to Lagos. Transfer from Kaduna to Lagos. Will Lagos State pay for your service in Kaduna? No. So we have apportioned it. The one for Lagos State is the value you will see on your bond, and the one for Kaduna State, you will see it on the competition sheet on that way. But we'll give you a letter to take to Kaduna, whatever states, to go and claim your benefits there. Some of us have taken it already, as the letter has not going already. Yes, but for those of us who have not, All you need to do is come to our office, tell us the body responsible for the payment of pension in that with their address and whom the letter should address to. So we'll give you a letter and attach this and take it to that place to go and claim your benefits for the period you work there. But for the period you work in Lagos State, it is here. This is the bond. Do you understand? Okay. So I can go ahead, right? Okay. So that is that about the type of bond that we have. The next thing we'll consider is the features of this bond. Features. Kí làwọn nǹkan tó wà lórí bond jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá rí níbẹ̀ ó yẹ ká béèrè exactly. Now, please and please, we do tell our retirees, you are, like my Oga said, you are king in this administration. So please, I'm begging you now, when you get this bond, the last thing to look out for on this bond is the value on it. That should be the last thing they know. Because many times, most of us, we are looking at the money, 30 billion, 200 billion. So while you are checking, the things are supposed to look out for that are more important, you leave them out. And what the question? Do you understand? So the money, the value on it is the last thing you should look out for. Some other things are very, very important, very, very peculiar that I should know. So please and please, you all here are millionaires already. So you are all millionaires already. The party going by is by show that you can see me because what today. Do you understand? So am I worried? So if you go back to go, I tell you your name, go back to the body. What today? I'm not a number. Okay, so please, the first thing you should look out for is the name. Please, the name. The name. Make sure it is your name that is written on it. Not just your name. Your name and that it is well and correctly written. Shona S-H-O-L-A. S-O-L-A. Make sure it is S-H-O-L-A. If it is not, call our attention to it. We'll correct it. Don't take it home. Because if it is S-O-L-A and in your PFA it is S-H-O-L-A, that issue. Make sure it is correctly written. That's the first thing. Your name. The second thing you should look out for is your gender. You are a male and you are seeing female on it. Should you take it home? No. Complain. You are a female, you are seeing male on it. Complain. Call our attention to it. The next thing you should look out for is your date of birth. Please, this one is very, very important. This one is very, very important. I'm sure one or two of us go to the question one lap over. Those of us that had the date of birth, I know what we face before we get it resolved. So please, if you know you are probably, padded your age, you've done Akumago, whatever it is, now you have skipped through, congratulations, but please, make sure that it is your right date of birth. Then no, let him share, no one be by you. Do you understand? Are we following you? This one is very, very important. Make sure it is your date of birth that is there. If it is not, tell us. And if you know that you change or you adjusted your age, you are not telling us, oh, this is not the one I use in service. You have issue. Just make sure it is your date of birth that you've been using right from inception. No one there. Is that taken? Yeah. Okay. So the next thing you should look out for is your PIN number. Come on down now, you can get some 10 billion naira on the phone to ring me. And you phone me, please, or you put it on silent, please, so I don't distract us, please. Now, okay, so you should look out for your PIN number. Okay, this thing is a bit long, so many of us, we might not know it offhand. I might not have the welcome letter to check if it is correct or not. But when we get to, that should be the first thing we should do. Make sure it's okay. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Check out. The other thing is your grade level and step as at 31st March 2007. Not as at retirement. I will explain. The grade level and step you will see here is as at 31st March 2007. Why did we stop on that date? It is because the pay as you go scheme was discontinued effective from 31st March 2007. Then we started a contributory pension scheme effective from April 2007. And that's why you can see that on a monthly basis, when your salary is being paid, a percentage of your salary of your PLC is being paid into your RSA account. RSA means I will be IBTC, NFPC, Crusader, and the likes. So every month you get a lot. So person, so amount have been paid into your RSA account. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? So because the whole thing was discontinued 31st March 2007. That is why. So the liability of the government from when you join service till 31st March 2007 is what is there. Do you understand? Is what is there. So please, if you retired on level 17, for instance, and you are seeing the level 15 here, it is not an error. Because as 2007, you probably were not on with level 17. Level there were, as at that 2007, they are really bad. However, we are not saying that mistake will be shared. It can happen. But if you feel that this thing has not been correctly calculated, if you want to contest it, it is allowed. All you need to do is, when you get home, pack all your promotion letters, your appointment letter, and write to the Director General, Lagos Commission, and you will tell us why you think this thing was wrongly calculated. We will look into it. If you are actually, short paid, we will pay you the balance. But if it is correctly done, we will tell you, Mr. Tamedu, kò sí òjòrò bẹ́ẹ̀ o, nǹkan tó tọ́ sí nothing fún yín yẹn. Do you understand? However, for those of us who may want to return it, okay, if you find that you were short paid, we need to pay you the balance. Please, I want to beg you, don't return the bond. If we call you that, okay, mommy, there's an error, we'll pay you, we'll work the addition and pay you later. Please don't return the bond. Just make a photocopy of the bond, attach to the letter and the paste and the promotion letters. Don't do payslip. Payslip is not the right document to tell you the level you were as at that time. Only promotion letters. So this bond, do not return it. Take it to your PFA. Go and continue the processes. They will pay you. But if you return the bond, we'll collect it, but you have to wait until the addition is ready. And you go and process the two together. I'm sure you have been waiting for 2-3 years. You don't want to be doing it. Abi? Okay, so please don't complain based on payslip. Payslip is not the right document. It's your promotion letters and your appointment letter. Don't forget, address it to the Director General, Lagos State Pension Commission. So the next thing you should look out for is, if everything is fine, probably your next of kin, and to change it. You don't want the person again. The person is no longer available. You want to change. When you get to your PFA, you can change that. Do you understand? Your address has changed as well. You want to change it. When you get to your PFA, you can change that. Those ones are minor corrections. The ones that are very, very important and germane is what I have mentioned. And please, let us check. Then, after doing that, you are satisfied. You can look at the value on your bond. Then you can smile. Do we understand? So that is that about the features of the bond you are collecting today. Now the next thing is, after this bond is given to you, what next? What do you do next after you collect the bond? You go, and I'm sure in a couple of days, that's if it has not been done yet, a couple of days, the money will be paid into your various RSAs, and you start receiving messages from your PFAs that you should come to come and your whatever it is. They will start sending you a message that you should come. But please, if you stay for too long and you're not getting messages, you should probably call your colleagues if they've called them, maybe your network was bad or so. Do you understand? But while waiting, before you get a call from the PFA, while waiting, what are the things you should get? Now wait, what you are going there to do when they call you is what we call exit meeting. Exit meeting. This meeting is like ratio 1 to whatever, only God knows. But that meeting is ratio 1 to 1. Just even if there are 50 people waiting on the waiting seats or bench, they cannot join 2 people together. It is one-on-one. One-on-one. But while waiting, there are some things you need to get ready. come and be knowing about debate. What are the things? I'm sure you'll be giving me, but you can just listen. The first thing is you need to get a valid ID card. Come and be knowing valid ID card. Your estate ID card is not a valid ID card. Your international passport is fine. Your driver's license is fine. Your NIM is fine. Driver's license is fine. Yes, it's fine. But your estate ID card is not a valid ID card. So if you cannot get your driver's license, your NIM, your passport, national passport, those are fine. It's okay. So another thing you should get ready is voter's card. I'm not sure that's fine. But when you get it, they'll tell you if it's fine. I'm not sure about that. So, but what you need is any of your last 3 payslips. Apart from ID card, in addition to that, you also need any of your last 3 payslips as at retirement, not 2007. Any. That means if you retire in March, for instance, if you can lay your hands on January or February or March, you are fine. As at retirement, not 2007. Then you also need your letter of appointment. A copy of letter of appointment, you need it. You also need your letter of retirement. A copy of it, you need it. Those are the things you should get ready before you go to your PFA for that meeting. Please, you need those documents. Get them ready. So now, all this being equal, you've gotten all these documents, you've gotten the text that you should come. You are going there for what? What are calling of the meeting? A valid call or exit meeting. Now, that is when the deal will just start. Okay? You are going there for a serious business. So please, with the retirees, when you are going there, don't panic. Even if the money in your RSA is 100,000 naira, it is your sweat. B. No, it is your, even if it's 100,000 naira, there's no point to start fidgeting, get your map and you no, go there with your full confidence. When you get there, they will offer you a seat. Sit down and relax. Everybody is sitting. He's relaxing his back. Sit down and relax your back. Forget the money there. They are not helping you. Do you understand? They are even using your money to live. Okay? So, know your rights. When you get there, cross your legs if possible. If they offer you tea or coffee, take it. Do you understand? If you are thirsty, ask them for water. They will give you. Do you understand? So you are going there for an exit meeting, and in that exit meeting, you are going there to discuss some few things that are very important to you. Because this money you are getting now, first, okay, now let me quickly say this. For according to the law, okay, if your total benefit means the money you are receiving and the value on your bond put together, if it is less than 550,000 naira, when you get to your PFA, they are expected to give everything to you. Let or not, that's what the law says. If you go when talk about it to 550,000. I might be the same number. Talk about it to 550,000 naira law. Let or not, but if it is more than 550,000 naira, then that exit meeting is important for you. Okay? Now, another set of people that will be addressed now is those who are here as beneficiaries. Okay? If you are here as beneficiaries, let me quickly address your own case. All you need to do is, if you've gotten, if your dad probably has a will, or you've done your letter of administration, all you need to do is when you get to the PFA, they will give all the money to you at once. Okay, because you are a beneficiary, so there's no point doing annuity or program with that. No, all the money will be given to you en bloc at once. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay, so if your money is more than 550,000 naira, then this thing I'm about to say is very, very important to you. So now, I've told you what your total benefit is. The money you are receiving plus the value on the bond you are getting today, put together, that is your total benefit for the number of years you have worked in Lagos State. Okay, now the money is more than 550,000 naira. Now, when you get to that exit meeting, the first thing you want to know is how much is your lump sum I'm sure we've all had lump sum before, right? Or yes or yes? Okay, you want to know how much? Oh, you have to do 550,000 naira. So you are expected to get lump sum from that benefit, from that money. Then the rest is what you will now use to do one option, which I will get to very soon. Now, for your lump sum, according to the law, please and please, with our risk, that is our monies, do not feel cheated. You see, for lump sum, nobody has the power to give you the percentage he or she likes. Nobody will say, we are from Oshogo, I will give you this percentage. Because you are from Ile-Igbo, I will give you this percentage. No, it is not done arbitrarily. Do you understand? So now, according to the law, you cannot get less than 25%, between 25% and 50%. That's what the law says. That between 25% and 50%, depending on some parameters, how much is in your account, your gender, how many years you work for, your age. So when you get there, these things, you will see it. They will put all those things into the system. And the system, there's a template they use that will tell them what percentage you can get as lump sum. Do you understand? Are we following? Yeah. So once that is done, they will print out and show it to you. This is the percentage you can get as lump sum. So don't feel cheated. Nobody can just give you anything he or she likes. But you already know from this lecture that it should not be less than how many percent? The people to the right, they are following. Kudos. The people to the left, it cannot be more than how many percent? You see, people to the left, not less than 25% and not more than how many percent? 50%. So you already know that. So when they print out the thing for you from the system and you are seeing 22%, will you take it and go? Eh? Because you're already aware that it should not be less than 25%. But please, you have seen 25%, you have seen your lump sum, you have seen everything. It is time for you to sign. If you feel something is not still right, you don't like this thing printed and given to you, you don't understand, please, before you sign, that smallest leaflet they give it to you, we have phone numbers on it, the small one there, we have phone numbers on it that you can call on the spot. Before you sign anything, if you need clarification, if you need help, call those numbers, those two numbers, call. Explain to them, they will tell you, then you can sign. But if the numbers, maybe probably you call and it was busy, nobody's picking up, please, don't get angry, don't get annoyed. You can just, for now, stop that appointment that you schedule your appointment because you feel satisfied before you sign. Because once you sign, that is the end. If you sign, you've left the office, they now call you back from Laspec. The one that I fed up something, Simon. I bet it's you. So please, before you sign anything, please and please make sure you understand it very well. So now, I talked about lump sum. That the law say that not less than 25% and not more than 50%. Now, from that your total benefits, lump sum of 25% have been taken off. For instance, from total benefits, lump sum of 25% has been taken out. Now, the remaining balance in that your account, is what we now use to do either what we call, we have two modules, annuity and program withdrawal. After the lump sum is taken off. But let me address this issue, the issue of arrears. Okay? If you know you want arrears, what is arrears? Arrears simply means you retired 2 years ago, you retired a year ago, you retired 3 years ago. The following month after your month of retirement, you ought to have been drawing pension on a monthly basis, but you're not be giving anything. This money is just being paid to you. Now you want to calculate all those months together and get your monthly pension. That's what arrears. That's what it means. It's my arrears in here. Now you feel you want to get arrears. Now tell them on the spot before the lump sum is calculated. Tell them on the spot that you want arrears. If your arrears are 6 months, for instance, tell them if they can give it to you, if your money can accommodate it, they will tell you. If it cannot, they will tell you. But tell them you want arrears. Okay? Not that you now later say, don't forget arrears. No. Tell them on the spot so it will be put into consideration. Now, please and please, let me say this. Arrears is not done. It is not mandatory. It is optional. Because for 3 years that you've not been going pension, you've been living fine. Some of you are even looking younger than your age. Glory be to God. Happy? Some of us, we are, so you can see that something is coming on a monthly basis. The arrears, because if you don't take arrears, your monthly pension will be a bit as soon as the day. But if you take arrears, it will reduce because the money is not coming from the sky. It is still part of your total benefit. So arrears is optional. It is not done. Should I shock you? Even lump sum is not done. It's not done. If you feel you are okay, nothing to spend money on, of course, you have what to spend money on, but nevertheless, you can still cope without those money. So as your monthly pension, what comes on a monthly basis? Yeah. Show you what you can. But please don't quote me wrong. I didn't say you should not collect lump sum. I just said it is optional. It's not done. Okay. On a monthly basis is compulsory. It is done. Are we following? Okay, so now we talked about arrears. It has been put into consideration. Now, they make money in your accounts. Retirement savings account is what you now have the choice of choosing or annuity. And I know this is at the point where most of us will feel, she's not going to start running around. Daddy and mommy, that is our mommies. It's just that you go to that phone, but the two packages are good. So bad that is about negotiate. Do you understand? So very and it is in addition to what you are. Let me talk about what you need to know about annuity. For those of us that will be opting for, you know that annuity is a product of insurance companies. So the balance now to buy annuity. What it means is that you are taking that money to the annuity company of your choice. You have to transfer that money from your current PFA to the annuity company, insurance company, of your choice. Now, we have some insurance companies that I will read out to you now, that you can put down, or it's probably in your leaflet. So in case you want to choose any of them, they are fine. But if you have another insurance company in your mind, probably that's where your daughter works or your son works, that is not listed here, of course, you can tell us, you give me permission. Whatever happens is not under control. So for those of us who are doing annuity, we have Leadway Assurance, we have Dream Life, we have Custodian Assurance, we have ICO Insurance, we have FPN Insurance, we have IPTC Insurance, and we also have S Life Insurance. So you can choose any of these, you are fine. I said to everyone, if you feel your daughter works in an insurance company that is not you, and that's where you want to go, it's fine. We will give you, just let us know, write to us, we'll give the permission. Whatever happens is not under our control. Do you understand? So for those of us who will be choosing insurance, now, that's annuity. What are the things we need to know about annuity? I've given you the first point that it is a product of insurance companies. Now, you see, annuity pays pensions for life. Do you understand? They pay you pension for life. Once you sign up, they have to pay you pension for life. Even if you live 200 years, they should pay you pension for life till the other day. Do you understand? Because Ogata, kilo ma ṣẹlẹ̀. The one is to pay pension. What should make a work just pay my pension. But there is a clause. It is guaranteed for 10 years. I will explain that. It is guaranteed for 10 years. Now, this is what it means. If you sign up for annuity and after enjoying it for 9 years, do you understand? So that means you only have 1 year left to enjoy it for 10 years. So your beneficiaries will only get in 1 year and will not enjoy. It will be given to them. If you sign up for annuity and you enjoy it for 12 years, for 5 years, What it means is that your beneficiary will only get the balance of 5 years that you did not enjoy. It will be given to the envelope. Do you understand? But if you stay for 200 years, they'll be paying you on a monthly basis, $1 a day. Do you understand? But if you enjoy it for 10 years, and the following year, which is the 11th year, that is the end. So that is annuity for you. But do not forget, if you live for 200 years, they will pay you pensions for life. That is the clause about that. Also, annuity will pay you pension as you want it, either on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, or yearly, anyhow you want to pay you. If you don't want it every month, if I go in so that television can go in there, they will give you. Also, if you are opting for annuity, please, if you start with annuity, there's no point, you cannot go back later and say you want to go and do program withdrawal. But you can move from one insurance company to another insurance company. If you feel your present annuity provider is serving you when you want to move, you can move. There's a room for that. You have that privilege to move. Also, please, for annuity, if you sign up for annuity, at the point of signing up, you will have been required to name who your beneficiary is. Okay? You will have been mandated to name who your beneficiary is or are. Okay? So, if you still have money, you've not enjoyed it for 10 years. Do you understand? That money will be paid envelope to your named beneficiary or beneficiaries, and the case may be. There is no need for doing letter of administration or going to do because you have already named who should your benefit, giving the money envelope. So that monthly basis is terminated. Everything to open accounts here, to make it 10 years, they will give it to the name. So that is how good annuity. Who wants to opt for annuity? Do you understand? And I've named the insurance company that we have relationship with. So the next one is program withdrawal. So for those of us who will be opting for program withdrawal, that's also beautiful. It's also a good package. I told you that wrong. The two packages are good. Just that what is good for Mr. A and not be good for Mr. B. And that's why we have called you here to enlighten you. So I don't say because my organ, why we doing annuity? Me too, I will do annuity. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so for program withdrawal, please, you should know that program withdrawal is a product of the PFA. Okay, the PFAs are not banking correctly. Those are the PFAs. So they are the one that offers program withdrawal. So if you want to do program withdrawal, you might not need to leave your present PFA. However, if you want to move, there's also a privilege or a right for you to move. I will get there. Okay? But you are not moving to insurance company. You are moving within the PFA if you want to move. Now, the first thing is that it is the product of the PFAs. Okay, and it is governed by PENCOM. Okay, now they will also pay you pension as you want it, monthly, quarterly, yearly, anyhow you want it, they will pay you for program withdrawal. Also, another thing you should know for program withdrawal is that this is where we get it. Many of us will panic. How long will they pay me for? How long will they pay me for? How long will they pay me for? Now let me tell you this morning that as long as you have money in that your RSA, you keep drawing pension on a monthly basis as long as you have money in that your account. The money in that account is likely not to finish. It is likely not to finish. But if it does, there are palliatives prepared to cater for that. But it is likely not to finish. Okay? So they will pay you pension monthly, quarterly, yearly as you want it. But how long they will pay you for? As long as you have money in that your RSA accounts. So nobody is going to tell you they will pay you for this year, for this month. As long as there is money in that account, they will keep paying you pension on a monthly basis. I said the money is likely not to finish, but if it does, there's something we call minimum pension guarantee, MPG. Minimum pension guarantee. What does it say? Minimum pension guarantee simply means that, okay, there's somebody in that account. Are you saying I'm alive? I'm still alive. I'm still fine. I have family, and I'm not be giving money on a monthly basis. How do I survive? That's where minimum pension guarantee comes in. That you should be giving money, no matter how small, on a monthly basis. What the percentage is, I don't know. But minimum pension guarantee should be given to you as long as you are still alive. Do we get that? Do we get that? Okay. Also, if you are doing annuity, know that program withdrawal. Know that if you do program withdrawal for a few years, you can decide to move to annuity later. It is allowed. You can say, I want to take program withdrawal. Then after a few years, a year or two, I want to move to annuity. It is allowed. If you start with program withdrawal. Also, if you feel I want to do program withdrawal, and my current PFA, they're not serving me well, they're not giving me the treatment I desire, you want to move, you can also move to another PFA. You can also move to another PFA. It is allowed. So now, for program withdrawal, in the case that the retiree now finally, do you understand? What will happen to the money in that account? You see, program withdrawal is not like a savings account. A savings account, you can walk into their bank or request for your statement. They will give you at any point in time. You will see how much is left in your account. So, talking about what will happen is that the beneficiary will be called as long as you have LOA, letter of administration, or you have a will. They will call your beneficiaries, and the money in that account will be given to them en bloc, and that is the end. Do you understand? So please, if you don't have a will, I'm sure that will be addressed later. So that's how it works for program withdrawal. Also for program, there's something they call pension enhancements. Do you understand? Like after a few years, 5 years or 4 years, they are trading with your money. You feel like they are paying me the same amount for the past 5 years, and they are trading with my money. I want my pension to come up a little discount. You can approach them. If you are qualified, they will tell you. If you are not, they will tell you. But you have right to pension enhancements. Do you understand? Do we understand? I hope I've been able to add to your knowledge about these two packages. Shoyewa. Okay, so now, please, before I hang up, let me tell you that I said earlier, there is no package you choose that is not fantastic. All you need to do is that don't look at your friend. Your condition is different from the condition of your friend. This my two daddies are both wearing blue, but that does not mean they have the same condition. Do you understand? Look at your immediate circumstances and choose what is good for you. For those of us who live 300 years, 200 years, 150 years, you know what is good for you. Do you understand? So you can call your family, your wife, your children, your husband, your children, and reason together they will take a shit. But it's a taboo if you now call somebody who was your guy or your junior while they say it, that they will never shit. They will not shit. There for me. Because that means my effort for so long talking to you is in vain. So you should be able to make a decision by yourself with what you've had this morning. So my prayer is that Black God alone, the fact that you everything wise. So the fact that àwọn scammer àwọn nígbà lọ́wọ́ yín o. Black God alone, ẹ̀lú ẹ̀dẹ̀ gbádùn o. Ọwọ́ ẹni tó ṣẹ́kù sí ọ̀nà ló máa jẹ́ o. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ o. Àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe àmì jẹ́. So that's our prayers for this morning. So please, thank you very much. When it's time for questions and answers, but please, you can put your questions down. When it's time for questions and answers, you'll be allowed to ask your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I believe it deserves another round. Also, I believe that we have all been able to comprehend all he has been telling us. And by the time we get to the question and answer session, there will be repetition and repetition of questions. You promise me? Yes. Thank you very much. Please give yourself a big hand. She did, okay, maybe because of the time, he was not able to tell you as usual that after collecting this bond, that is, don't go and bring big chick. We don't need any more addition to the beautiful addition we have. To the beautiful we have already. Are we grumbling? Will you promise me? No, please raise up your eyes, sir. You are not promising me. What can we do about this?
Don't give him
No discussion. We are going to do it whether I like it or not. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Mommies, can you hear what they said? Yes. And to me, I feel the advice I have for you people, don't go and do long gomugos with the children. Stay at home and be vigilant. Don't you see that part of you wrong? So, because daddies they have told me now that they are not promising anything. And mommies, enough of Ashwebi Tiara. This money is not for Ashwebi. By now, I believe we have all colors in the wardrobe. Every family who wants to have a celebration and cannot give you Ashwebi free, leave them. You have paid your dues. I'm sure you have bought. You know. So just ask them for color. I know you have it in the wardrobe this morning. Enjoy your really beautiful years on earth. Don't squander it. Even the children, they should be up and doing and face their task. As much as I always tell parents too, we don't bring up children so that they can take care of us in old age. If you have that notion, it's very, very wrong. We prepare for our old age. When the children also have their own. So it's not that they are being wicked or selfish. When we were like them too, your children were your priority. Your home was your priority. So definitely, please let's give the Director General and the Executive Director of Finance and Investment, Lagos State Pension Commission, a big round of applause. You're most welcome, sir. So I'll just defer the discussion until another day. But that the last one, don't go and buy limited edition ads. Limited edition is a big bukata. Just buy something that is serviceable for a retiree, that is maintainable, and that you can enjoy just to move around. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. I'd like to formally recognize the presence of the Director General Lagos State Pension Commission in person of Mr. Babalola Obilano. Sitting beside him is his able partner in progress, the Executive Director of Finance and Investment, Mr. Olumo Iwamoshi. And because of the Ijebu Square, Ijebu times 2, that we have at the ends of affairs here. Snake don't swallow money. Snake don't swallow retirees' money in Laspec. Give us a big round of applause. Thank you very much. You are most welcome to the occasion. Now we would like to invite the Director General to please formally welcome us to this occasion. Please give him a big round of applause.
My brother, friend at the Lagos State Pension Commission, Mr. Olumiwa Osh, the Executive Director of Finance and Investment, all management and staff of Lagos State Pension Commission here present, KBC, representatives of the pension fund administrators and annuity providers, our retirees and celebrants of today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome everyone to the 92nd batch Retirement Benefit Bond Certificate Presentation Ceremony for retirees of the Lagos State Public Service. This event has been organized to celebrate our esteemed officers who have served the state meritoriously and will be collecting their terminal entitlements today. By the grace of Almighty God, all in the Betoyin. This event has been put together to explain to you the options available to you once you collect your retirement entitlement. Please, because Mr. A does or goes in one direction, does not mean Mr. B should go in the same direction. We all have different situations, so please look at your own situation in determining which option you will take. I'm sure Sheyi has done justice to the two options. If you still have questions, I'm sure you have been given some pamphlets. You have telephone numbers for our officers on those pamphlets. If you have questions, please call us. We're here to serve you. They're not paid by any PFA or any annuity provider. We're paid by the state government. So we're working for you. So if you still have questions, please ask us. Even after today, please ask us. Today we acknowledge your labor and service in Lagos State that has brought Lagos State to where it is. As we all know, Lagos State has consistently implemented the contributory pension scheme, and month on month, your pension and benefits are being sent to your PFAs and they are being invested wisely. The governor of Lagos State has, as a matter of priority, ensured that he's made provision for both the payments we're going to make for you today and the monthly pension remittances to PFAs. Today, by the grace of Almighty God, the administration of Mr. Babajide Olusola will be presenting another set of 515 retirees with the sum of 1.5 billion naira. The efforts of Mr. Governor and the present administration towards the success of the contributory pension scheme cannot be overemphasized. Despite all that is going on around the world, he has ensured that monthly payments is a priority in the budget. At Laspec, we are consistently reviewing the business processes to ensure that we provide you with first-class services. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to also appreciate our stakeholders, the PFAs and the annuity providers, for their relentless efforts towards the success of the contributory pension scheme. We appreciate your continued support. Finally, please be aware that we have individuals and associations who claim to be affiliated to the state government, but they are not. Please do not pay money to anybody to process your money. Nobody in Laspec would ask you for money to process, or did you pay anybody money to get here? No. Please help us tell your colleagues that they should not pay anybody or any association any money. We will pay your money as soon as possible. The intention of Mr. Governor is to ensure that by the time he's finishing his first term, we will have cleared the backlog and will be on a pay-as-you-go basis. Once again, I welcome you to this event, and I wish you good health, long life, and prosperity. Bigger, believe.
Thank you very much, sir. And that's the way it is in Lagos State. We are all for your progress and happiness. And thank God enough, we have somebody that is a round peg in a round hole and we help some affair in at Lagos State Pension Commission. Please give the DJ another round. It is now time for that question and answer session that I promise. Question that will be answered. Okay, sir. This, when you get here, you tell us your name. You can come forward, sir, so that everybody can see and hear you. You tell us your name and ask your question.
Good morning, everybody. I want to ask a question. My name is Bakin. My package spelled PRA. My question goes like this. When Mr. Shion was explaining to us about the two-phase bond and a single-phase bond, we talked about the main feature of Superb. That if you work with Superb, you get two-phase bond. And he explained how we come about that. And I believe that some of us work with the local government before we were moved to the state, to the ministries. I don't know whether we fall under the same two-phase bond or not. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. For your question, no, sir. This is specifically for retirees of the State Universal Basic Education Board. Okay, remember at the time, it was the federal government that was responsible for payment of pension and gratuity. So it's those primary school teachers that should have that phase. Okay, so if you were in the local government and then you probably transferred to SUBE, I'm just saying, or the mainstream, we will cover what the number of years that you served in the local government and the mainstream will be calculated together. Okay, still the state. Do you understand? So local government will make payment to you, the mainstream will make payment. Remember that the payment that we are talking about is as at 31st March 2007. So if you were transferred from the local government to the mainstream after 2007, you have your contributions already with your PFA. Okay, but the two-phase is actually for primary school teachers. All right? Or you worked in the local government at some point, you will have the value for the number of years you worked with the local government. If you work with the mainstream, you move into the mainstream, and everything is still within that before 31st March 2007, you will have your two-phase as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? If the number of years of service that you worked, for example, is 20 years total, probably you joined 1994 or 95, and you started from the local government, okay? So, and then maybe in 2002, you then were transferred into the mainstream. So local government will pay for the number of years you were in local government, and then when you move to the mainstream from that 2002 up until 2007, the Lagos State government, which is the mainstream, will pay for that. Is that clear? Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sani Muftar Anifula. The issue I want to raise is that sometimes recently it was made advert on the television that the National Assembly is working on 75% for retirees. I don't know how true is this and if it has come to the fruitility. And secondly, the 25 and 50%. I have a court judgment that says if you are 60 years, you are entitled to 50%, not issue of negotiation. Please clear this one. Thank you.
Sorry, sir, where did you get that judgment from?
I have the judgment, but it's in the house. It's a court judgment in Legacy.
Okay, that suit was lodged against who? A PFA?
A PFA, please.
So present it to your PFA.
Thank you.
All right, the first question about 75%. Yes, it has been presented at the floor of the Senate. I think it has passed the second reading, but there is no conclusion yet. Thank you. It has not been fully determined whether you can access up to 75%. It's still an ongoing discussion.
Good morning, sir. I want to point our attention to an issue. We had from the source and confirmed sources that some of these pension managers, the moment you mention that you're going for annuity, they frustrate the retiree and they try to prolong the payment amount. We have an evidence, I can even mention the pension manager, the one that belongs to that, why people that. When I told some people that I belong to this, and they say, ask upon the PFA. I don't know what can you do at this end. We've waited enough. So I don't prolong among unnecessarily. They wanted to frustrate us. So some were forced to go back to program withdrawal. When they had that you pay for annuity, they decided to frustrate you. They were even hostile at some point. So please, I don't know what you can do to help us to resolve that area.
Okay, sir. And this is for everybody. If you go to your PFA and they are proving difficult, if you say you want to move to annuity, please let us know. Don't argue with them. Just come back to us.
Good morning, everybody. All protocols concerned. My question was, my name is Oniti Ezekiel Kolawole. My question is that when Mr. Shibu was making his presentation, under program withdrawal, he made mention of after the exhaustion of the fund in our accounts, we have right to pension enhancement. Is this mandatory or is by choice if the company so decide to? On how long will this enhancement take place? That's my question.
All right, thank you, sir. I presume that what is said is if you have exhausted the fund in your purse, that the PFAs are mandated and it is by law that they have to pay you a minimum pension, right? Minimum guarantee, okay? And I'm sure he explained that the amount they will pay you might not be up to what you were collecting or receiving because, I mean, you've exhausted your fund. But they are mandated to pay you a certain amount, a minimum pension guarantee. Thank you. And yes, there's no, for as long as you're alive, basically, okay, they need to keep paying you or they ought to keep paying you.
Good morning, everyone, and all protocol observed. So I want to ask this question based on the last speaker from the state. The state has been try and compare with many other states in paying salaries on regular basis. But my question is this: why does it take the state so much years keeping us all this while till 3 years, 4 years before you pay us? Why you have this money? And why do you deny us this one now, both to the state and the PFA? Why do you prevent us, deny us of having access to that fund? Why the commission law says that at 50 years, we should have access to 50% or access to what we have in that fund. And why is the money? Because I've compared for the past 4 years now, the money kept on decreasing. Why? I've seen those of us level 16 that left 5, 6, 7 years ago that earned much more, some millions higher than what we're earning now. Why? And yet, the salary we earn now is much more higher than what those ones earn. I don't know. For Mr. Shea, you mentioned that in our annuity, guarantee of 10 years is there, but you never mentioned a guarantee years for program withdrawal. I think I will just manage this two and stop there.
All right, let me start from the last question. So just hold on so that I don't miss any of the questions. You talked about guarantee period for annuity, but that there is no guarantee period for program withdrawal. Remember that annuity is an insurance product. So you are buying a life insurance. And the specification of that product says it has a 10-year guarantee period. What I pick a losoja, kesokwe fan, one mini warranty, right? It's exactly, you are buying a product and you're being told that that product has a guarantee period, which I will explain, for 10 years. What that means is that for 10 years we will pay you, okay? The only difference is that in the case of death, if somebody should die before the end of the 10-year guarantee period, then the balance, so if the person has spent 5 years, remember the guarantee period is 10 years. If you have spent 5 years out of the guarantee period of 10 years, the balance of the 5 years is what is paid to your beneficiary. That's the meaning of guarantee period. If you live more than 10 years, 20 years, they will keep paying you. All right? But if somebody dies a day after the 10 years, your beneficiary gets nothing. That is the meaning of the guarantee period. Okay? But for program withdrawal, there is no guarantee period. And I think he explained it to you. They will program the money every month for a certain number of years. That's why they will ask you to bring your pay slips. They will calculate what is due to you. Monthly pension, they will check it based on what you have. It's just like you have 10 million in an account. And what is determined with 20,000, they are going to program that money for the amount, for the number of years. However, just like I explained, if you exhaust all the money, your income and everything, the law says that they must still pay you for as long as you are alive.
All right, sorry, I think in addition to what Mrs. Makinde has just explained, when you are buying an annuity, it's an insurance product that is based on your lifetime. You are buying a product that says that I'm going to pay you X amount till you die. What the law has said is that because it's a product that stops when the person dies, what they've done is that they've said that, you know what, for the people not to suffer, the insurance company must guarantee that no matter what happens, for 10 years, the thing must be paid. So it means if somebody buys an annuity product today, and the person dies tomorrow, the beneficiaries will get the balance of up to 10 years. If the person lives to 10 years after you buy it, and the person dies a day after, the person does not get anything. So what they're trying to do is to ensure that at least the beneficiaries will get something. Because when you're buying an annuity, you're buying a product for life. Whereas the program withdrawal, if the person starts program withdrawal today, and the person dies tomorrow, everything that is left in your account goes to your beneficiaries. Hope we're clear.
No, he asked another question that I needed to. One house, please. One house, please. Okay, you asked the question about access. Why are you being denied access to the account, to your PFA account, 4 or 5 years after you have retired? You said something about 50 years that gives you access to the account. Remember that what we do, we are established by the provisions of the law, and we will not go against that law. What was documented is that at retirement, this your accrued right will be paid into your RSA account. Let me explain that. You joined the service 1985 or 87. As at that cutoff date of 31st March 2007, when we discontinued the old scheme, okay, that money that you worked for, so maybe from 85 up to that date, is what we are issuing to you now. But the law says that we have to put the two together. So if you had accessed your RSA, then it means that your monthly pension by the time you are getting out will be very, very minimal. What the law says is that your accrued rights and your contribution must come together, must be in that account to determine what your monthly pension will be. So there is delay, I agree, but you can attest to the fact that the Lagos state government pension, there is no other state in this country today that has done as much as Lagos state government. We acknowledge that there is delay, but there is no state, and you can verify. Okay, so what is important is that we are paying you today. Here you have waited, we acknowledge that, and the state is working tirelessly to ensure that all payments are from, a couple of months will be on as you go. Okay, but your entitlements will be paid, your accrued benefits should be paid into your RSA so that you can have your full entitlements to enable you to access your pension. Thank you very much.
Good morning, the all protocol to the yourself. Actually, I want to have the team today, the Director General. But my one observation, I retired precisely as a principal of the school. And my observation goes to the areas of the month. I have worked in 36 months, nothing comes in. And on the 17th that I retired, I know how much I will take home. And getting home, my husband retired before me. My children were still in school. And the gender age retirement, what do I do? If the salary of 36 months ago were given to me, if it's ordinary pure water I had it, I would have had more than what they are giving me today. Am I not talking? So I am not going to waste time. I want you to look at it depth of this one. Pay them their salary, whatever you are going to give them. Those people who are coming behind, at law, I want to go on there. Now, Now, the money 36 months ago, what I can buy then, I cannot purchase it now. Tó bá tó jẹ la fi jẹ, a máa rí lára, ẹ má yẹ káwọn èèyàn máa fi sí lọ́rùn. Tó bá jẹ́ òògùn lèèyàn fẹ́ rà lásìkò, ordinary paracetamol. I'm a principal of medically inclined. I have hospital that is close to me, maritally. There's some patient that they will come. Tell them I would you want. The moment you say them, madam, people in the high of the marriage will come. Hey, people in the to start to tell me. Do you understand? Many a time I call my children and that's my donate buy, especially for retiree. Please, nobody pray for sickness. What paracetamol can solve with immediate effect, if delay, paracetamol dey come on. Ẹ má jẹ́ àtànra wa. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá jẹ́ tó gidi. We know, but we silent on this. So let us go back to the selling point that when they are going, the long sum may dey full anytime. But the monthly salary tó bá jẹ́ 50,000 ni ó bá wà lára mú. Please, I want to see you. If you look at me, you even know my age. Ṣé gbogbo èèyàn ló lè tajà ní èmi ń tajà o? Bẹ̀kálẹ̀ ti fún mi 36 months yẹn lọ́jà ní àgbẹ̀bí fún yẹn lọ. Thank you very much. Thank you. My name is Mrs. Adekule Oluwakemi Malomo. Thank you. Point taken. Thank you very much. Points noted.
That will be the last question for this session, sir. That will be the last question for this session. We have another session, sir. Please, Emma, any other question? You know earlier, the DG told you that you can always ask questions from us. We have a forum whereby you can do that. Please, after this, thank you.
What else, please? What else, please?
I'm thanking my Director General and what he has registered concerning the payment annuity and long-term requirement of people. But another thing which Madam has not mentioned is that the agony we face if government can expedite action on the way of payment of paying retirees in time. Many of us are broke. We give glory to Almighty Allah today for making it today. Some are gone, among our friends. So we wish government has to look into and do things in time. So that is where I'm going, and I'm very happy to say thank you.
All right, one house, please. You recall that when I was doing my welcome address, I did say that by the grace of God, the intention of Mr. Governor is to ensure that before he finishes his first term, he would have cleared the backlog. And by the grace of God, on or by May of next year, Lagos State will be on pay as you go.
Orúkọ mi ni Túndé Ọlákáyọ̀ Ọláwọlé. So wọ́n tún kàn fẹ́ bèrè transport ní ti lóyè owó. Mo ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní Ìkòsí Èjì local government Àbúwá Ìkòsí under ẹ̀. So transport lóyè owó láti ẹjọ́ mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ̀ láyé pé tí kí n bá gba mọ́ọ̀nì ẹni transport yẹn ti bá mo lọ síbẹ̀. So gbogbo àríyàsí tí mo need bá sọ fún ọ pé wọn bá mi ṣe kí wọn fún mi ní sísì láti gbà tí mo ti tán ti yí owó.
Kọ̀ọ̀kan náà là ń sọ. Tẹ́ bá ti gba bọ́ǹdì àwọn náà lè máa lọ kú fún. Wọ́n wà bíbá ìbọn léde, wọ́n wà lẹ́yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti yẹ yín. Ó láwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ṣe máa ṣe. Àwọn òwe kan wà tẹ́ ṣe máa kó pọ̀ pẹ̀lú bọ́ǹdì yẹn tẹ́ máa mú lọ fún wọn. So tẹ́ bá ti débẹ̀ àtàrí àti pension àwọn náà ló máa san gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín tó ti yé yín. Thank you very much.
Ọ̀gá ẹ ṣe lọ wá pẹ̀lú yìí káàbọ̀ ìrìnjú yìí níta ìjọ ìjọ wá ìkóòdù àwọn ìdúró ìfọwọ́ ilé olóògbé lórí báyìí ìlú wa máa rí àwọn àtàwọn ọmọ wa jíjẹ náà àwọn àgbúgbọ̀ fún ṣẹ́kù sí ọ̀gá tó dẹ̀wọ̀n kalẹ̀ ìkóòdù pa àwọn ẹgbẹ́
Thank you very much. People are anxious to collect the money. Repetition of questions. Repetition of questions. Okay, anyway, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is now time for distribution of bond certificates. And I want to invite the Director General to come forward to do the presentation. Thank you.
Starboy.
I want to call on His Royal Majesty Ọba Muftar Babawale Oyekanmi. Please give him a big round of applause. Yes, you. Alabi Abigail Olúfúnmiláyọ̀. Alabi Olúfúnmiláyọ̀ Abigail. Okay, is that Alabi Olúfúnmiláyọ̀? Okay. Thank you. Arọ́pò Efenure, please. Efenure. Akapo Sunday Olatunji. Oladapo Susan Fadekemi, Emma, get ready. Oladapo Susan Fadekemi. Oladipo Susan Fadekemi. Ẹ̀rù máa wá rí ìdọ̀tí o. Ẹ̀rù máa wá rí ìdọ̀tí o. Ọ̀ṣì Mr. Ọ̀ṣì ọ̀nà méjì ni màá fi dìde bọ́ọ̀dì tí. Number one, we are sharing the name with our executive director. Number two, you are my own very person, so we are going to defy till the last. Do you agree? No, come forward, Mr. Ọ̀ṣì Olúfisàn. Please step forward. I hope you are the one who didn't agree not to marry a new wife. You know you are still looking very young. Ogunpemi Eniola Eunice. Ogunpemi Eniola Eunice. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad. This is that day that Lord has made. Thank you very much, sir. Everybody shout hallelujah. Shout hallelujah. Everybody shout hallelujah. Thank you very much. And please don't be afraid. We are all going to collect our certificates. The DG has only distributed some so that we can go back to the official duties of the day. We are all going to collect your certificate, and as we are collecting the certificate, you go through the back door to see your PFA. You go through that back door to see your PFA. I want to invite the Executive Director of Finance and Investment, Lagos State Pension Commission, to please come and do the vote of thanks on behalf of the Commission. Please give him a round of applause.
Torí kì í ṣe gbogbo ènìyàn lórí àlùfà. Orí àlùfà. Orí àlùfà. Torí kì í ṣe gbogbo ènìyàn lórí àlùfà.
My dear brother, my Oga, my friend, our DG, Mr. Mamala Obilaru, our royal father of the day, and directors and fellow colleagues seated on the high table. Wọ́n ní pé nínú ohun gbogbo ká ṣe kí ni o. Nítorí ẹ̀kọ́, a fi ọpẹ́ fún Olúwa ní àárọ̀ yìí. Tí ó mú ìkọ̀ọ̀kan ní gbogbo wa wá sí ìbà yìí láyè ní àlàáfíà, àfọpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìjàmbá ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tá a ń gbọ́ lójoojúmọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tájọ wà sábìsì náà ni wọ́n sì lè ní àfihàn, ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run Ọba tó dá gbogbo wa sí láti rí ọjọ́ tí o. Ọlọ́run àfọpẹ́ fórúkọ yín. Nínú ẹ̀ náà, a tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó fún iṣẹ́ ribiribi takuntakun tó ń ṣe. Iṣẹ́ ìlú ò easy, àbó easy. Iṣẹ́ ìlú kò easy. Wọ́n ṣe ń gbìyànjú láti sáré sàn, wọn ò gbàgbé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì tí wọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ gidi fún ìpínlẹ̀ kọjá. Wọn ò gbàgbé kankan ní o. Ẹ má bínú pé ó lè dàbí kó pẹ́ díẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n mo assure yín wípé ní ojoojúmọ́ kò sẹ́ni tó ń sinmi nítorí pé owó orí tá a rí láti jáde. Torí ẹ̀ ní díje wá sọ fún wa wípé Contributory plan ní pé kó tó ní kó parí first term wọn, everybody àti gbogbo ẹ̀ kò sí pé òṣìṣẹ́ ọdún kan gbọ́ ti jáde. Ọlọ́run á lè fún wa ṣe. Wọ́n tí a ń tọrọ lọ́wọ́ yín pé ẹjọ́ máa fi wọ́n sí àdúrà. Kẹ́dẹ̀ máa fi gbogbo àwa òṣìṣẹ́ náà sí àdúrà pé kí Ọlọ́run ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kó jẹ́ kó ṣe ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ fi sínú àdúrà pé Ọlọ́run á dá yín sí. Owó tí ìjọba fún yín yìí adigunjalè nígbà lọ́wọ́ yín. Owó tí ìjọba fún yín yìí ẹ fi ṣe nǹkan gidi. Owó tí ìjọba fún yín yìí kọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹni fi wà sí. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ ìgbéga dẹ́màrí. Orí látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yìí. Ọlọ́run á sì darí sí. Ọlọ́run á dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ owó yín pé ẹ find time láti wá ní àárọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gbowó yín, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń padà lọ. Ààbò Ọlọ́run yóò máa wà lórí yín. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. The Executive Director is a finance guru. He can also be a pastor, at times a general overseer, at times a gospel artist. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you very much. We have now come to the end of the official session. It is now time. Thank you.
All right, so few ground rules. Tẹ́ bá ti gba bond yìí, ẹ bọ́ sí table yìí, àǹtí kan wà níbà, á bèrè orúkọ yín, please ensure you sign off that you have collected your bond from us. Next of kin, if you are here to collect on behalf of a deceased person, please meet Dolapo, she will attend to you. All right, we'll start. We're starting with AR. Kukoluti Felicia. Kukoluti Felicia, Amechi Fenwa. Please don't take your body without signing, though. Amechi Fenwa. Otuyelu Adenike. Okoli Augustina. Oriowo Elizabeth. Fashion Abosedi.
Yes.
Fashion Abosedi. Samuel Florence. Ayeni Susanna. Peter Oluwatoyin.
Yes, ma'am.
Ewunuga Julius. Apata Samuel. Luile Funlayo.
In front. Go and meet Mrs. She has called first. Number one.
Orieke Jesse Oniola Oluwa
Pass through the back door.
Kore Ajani Popola Akim Ebenezer Olusegun Omosanya Adesina Adebola Mary Otonu Victor Azan Rashidat